All right, welcome. And today's episode is What is the Integrated Man? If you're new, welcome. I am David Mailer, the host and the creator of Man on Fire Rising podcast. So we're going to dive right into the center of the fire and we're going to explore the hot topic of what is an integrated man? Well, if you were following my previous podcast, we started to look at how to be the man that they deserve. We started to look at how to be a dad, also how to be a husband at the same time and juggle all that. We looked at what's love. We looked at what are the 10 things we should do and the 10 things we shouldn't do in marriage if we want to have a really successful marriage. So there's so many things inside of a man's head. Like, what are we supposed to follow? Who are we supposed to be? What are we supposed to do in order to be this integrated man, which I'll explain what that means, in order to be a man that we really want to be. So one thing for us to consider is, well, who are we supposed to be like? Are we supposed to be Ross from Friends? Are we supposed to be like Tony Soprano? Are we supposed to be Clint Eastwood? Go ahead, punk. Make my day. Voice is a little hoarse. You might not get the best impersonations today. Are we supposed to be Scarface? Say hello to my little friend. Are we supposed to be like Bill Clinton? Are we supposed to be like Jim Carrey? Maybe some of us thought we were supposed to be like our dad, which we said, I don't want to ever be like my dad. He was angry and he was violent. And next thing you know, we were just like him. Or maybe we're supposed to be more like our grandfather. Are we supposed to be like Tom Brady? Are we supposed to be like Aaron Rodgers and disappear into the dark for 5 days and meditate and find our purpose? Are we supposed to be like LeBron James? Are we supposed to be like Shaquille O'Neal? It is so confusing today for a man to understand, who am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be? So today, I really just want to talk about, well, what is an integrated man? So most men over the years, and this is over the past 12 years that I've been, supporting men, challenging them, holding them accountable with my team to rising into their best version, a man that has passion, he lives with power, and he lives with a deep sense of purpose. Almost all of them, when they first came to me, what they shared was that they didn't really have a role model growing up. So of course it's confusing. Of course, if it was never modeled for you, how do we know how we're supposed to show up or who we're supposed to be? Well, most of us, as we start to age, we start to learn and we want to have high morals. We want to have integrity. We want to have a beautiful value structure. We want to live by a code of ethics. We really want to show up as a man of this way. But if you tuned into some of my previous podcasts, one of the things that I shared, if you're ready for that, unfortunately, just because you know you want to be a man that operates with integrity and high morals and values and ethics, the problem is you have something called human needs, 6 of them. And your human needs will override your own value structure. That's how you explain why somebody actually has an affair. Why does somebody actually end up doing cocaine? Why does somebody actually end up hurting themselves or hurting other people? We have human needs. Go back to those episodes and watch what I'm talking about, because you'll see no matter how much you want to live a certain way as a man, at the end of the day, your human needs will take over and prevail. But there is a way around those needs, and we get into that in future podcasts. So, what then is an integrated man? And this is what I'm striving to live as. And please recognize there is no such thing as being perfect. At the end of the day, you have to love who you're seeing in the mirror. And it's not about really what other people think of you. It's really about what do you think about yourself. And if you can look at the man in the mirror and see a smile, and that man is loving you back, and really you're proud of what you're seeing, well, then job well done. Job well done. Okay. So, what is an integrated man? Well, most men don't get there. And why I say that is because most men actually are living up in their heads. We've heard the expressions analysis paralysis. We've heard things like get in your head, you're dead. Why is that so important? Because we want to move from our head down into our heart. Why? Well, when you're in your head, it hurts your relationships. It hurts your relationship with your children. They can't feel you. Hurts your relationship with your wife or your partner. They can't feel you. If they can't feel you, they can't trust you. If they can't trust you, they can't be intimate with you. If they can't be intimate with you, eventually it's called breakup, separation, or divorce. So, one of the things about being an integrated man is that not only do you have the acuity and the brilliance and the sharpness of the mind, where you're using your mind as opposed to your mind using you, because most men haven't actually learned how to take back the helm of their own ship. The pirates are still running the ship, the saboteurs are still running the ship. They're trying to take you to Skull Island. But the integrated man, actually, he can dominate his mind. He can command his mind. He can control his thoughts. He puts his energy where he wants to put his energy. So you want to have a beautiful relationship with your mind, but also you want to be able to move into your heart. And sadly, So many men are not truly, truly, truly living from their hearts. Now, I believe when we were all younger, we were in our hearts. I mean, I was a sensitive kid. I felt everything. You know, I used to have salamanders when I was a kid, and if one of them died, I was so upset. I would stand up to the neighborhood bullies in kindergarten, in nursery school, in first grade. Like, we had wide open hearts, right? And then the world threw things at us. It threw traumas at us. It threw physical abuse, emotional abuse. Maybe you saw it in your household, like I did. There was physical and emotional violence. Maybe there was sexual abuse, and little by little by little by little, it's not safe to be here. No, no, the world of hurt is in the body. So, boom, let me go up to my head. Next thing you know, we're living from our head and we're disconnected from our hearts. So, the integrated man is the man that can truly start to live from his heart. I know for many of us, it's not so easy because when you're living in your heart, that means you have to feel. And that means sometimes you have to feel the things that you buried. And also means you have to feel what's really going on in this world. Maybe you have to feel that you're not okay with the slaughtering and mutilation of animals so that we can call something a hamburger. Maybe you'd have to feel what's going on in other realms or other areas of your life. But to feel means you're alive. To feel means you're open. So the integrated man has command over his mind, but he also has a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful relationship with his heart. And just as a side note, this is one of the things that Man on Fire stands behind. We are helping men become an integrated man. We're helping men become an awakened man, which is the man that truly lives from his heart. And with that said, one of the reasons behind that is that as a man claims his sovereignty, which is part of being an integrated man, which means you own your space, you know who you are, you're not out to try to please anybody else, you're not going to abdicate your leadership, you're not going to abandon your inner knowing, you're going to, trust your moral compass, you're going to walk the straight path that you know is aligned with your soul. This is the integrated man, this is the awakened man. But the reason that we're helping men become this, well, number one, that's who they truly are, but they got away from it. And number two is so that we could help women come back into their hearts. We can help women flower and have their hearts open up again. Why? Because so many women have closed off their hearts. Why? They've also had hurts, wounds, and traumas, whether it was from their father or boyfriends or first husband. And today we have too many men that are, acting immature, using force rather than power. The integrated man is in his power. He doesn't use force. He commands self-respect. He has beautiful boundaries. He's not trying to manipulate or overcome or use force against other people. Part of the mission of the integrated man, the awakened man, part of being a man on fire is we hold this level of maturation as a man. And in operating from this space, it allows a woman to find her way back to her heart. It allows a woman to find her way back to the true, authentic, feminine energy that she is. But many women have to put up walls. Many women have to put on the mask of having a masculine mask on, just like many men wear a feminine mask. And next thing you know, we're both operating out of the core integrity of our natural energy. But every man has masculine and feminine. Go back to a previous podcast and listen to that. Every woman has a masculine and feminine energy. But I'm talking about at the core. Most women are very feminine, and at the core, most men are very masculine, but it might not have been developed. It might not have been nurtured. It might not have been brought forward. Part of our journey with Man on Fire and living as an integrated, awakened man is in doing so, we hold space for the feminine to really open and flower their hearts. It's such a gift that we could offer to this world. All right. So what else is an integrated and awakened man? It's a man that is grounded. He's rooted. He's sturdy. He's steady like a mighty oak tree, which means he's unswayable. He's not out for other people's approval. He just knows who he is and he can't be knocked off of his center. That's different than someone that's stubborn. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about rooted in the knowingness of who you are. By the way, when you're in this energy, it's beautiful for a woman to be able to, feel your energy as a man when you're firmly rooted. It allows her to soften, it allows her to trust, it allows her to find her way back to her heart. What else is an integrated and awakened man? Is a man that is just present. He's not drifting into the fantasy or concerns of the future. He's not drifting into the depression of the past or the good old days. He's just here. He is here in this moment. He is focused. He is with you. He is present. It's not just that he can parrot back what you just said. He's actually with you. He's with you here, mind, body, and spirit. Like, I'm with you. I'm with my kids. I'm with my wife. I'm present. So many men have trouble being present, right? So we go to the porn. We go to the strip clubs, we go to massage parlors, we have the alcohol, we have the way. I don't know how to be present. I don't know how to be present. Why? Because if I had to be present, then I have to be present how much pain I still have inside of me. So this awakened, integrated man, he's done the work, which I'll get to at the very end of this podcast. So what else is the awakened and disciplined man the awakened and integrated man is he's disciplined. What does that mean? It means from a deep place of self-love. If he says he's going to the gym, he goes to the gym. If he says he's going to eat healthy, he eats healthy. If he says he worship and cherish and hold his wife and hold his children as sacred, then he has the discipline to do so. So he lives with discipline, not the mental discipline that we had when we were in our 20s, where we could, go to the gym for a certain amount of days and chisel our body, or, oh, I'm going to quit alcohol for 60 days. That's discipline from the mind. This is discipline from the heart. It's your discipline to live the truth of who you really are. All right. What else is this awakened and integrated man? Is he's congruent. What does that mean? It means he walks his talk. It means that people respect him because he actually follows his word. He doesn't just talk it. He doesn't just parrot back information. He's actually living it. And he's in his sovereignty. And he's able to command his focus. He's not letting his focus go over here, go over there. Oh, look, there's a football game. Oh, look, it's Facebook. Oh, look, it's Instagram. Oh, look, it's TikTok. Like, no, he is able to just stay focused on whatever he wants to put his focus on. And for this man who's integrated and awakened, his focus is always on his family. His focus is on his growth. His focus is on service to others. But with all the distractions and all the sexy allure of pulling us into all this world of distraction, with the pornography and all this, most men cannot command their focus. They're not living it as the awakened, integrated man. The question is, so how does one get there? How does one become this awakened, integrated man where he's in his heart? He has the discipline in his mind. He knows exactly who he is. He's rooted and he's grounded and he's sturdy and he's steady. And he's not looking for other people's approval. He commands self-respect. He holds beautiful boundaries. How do you become this way? Well, he did the work. Now, the question is, wait, David, what do you mean he did the work? What kind of work did he do? Was he a construction worker? No. Was he a chiropractor? No. Well, I was a chiropractor in the past for 25 plus years in Manhattan, but that's not what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? About he did the work? Well, you will have to tune in to the next podcast to find out what is the work that I'm referring to. So in the meantime, I would love for you in the chat to put, what is one takeaway? What is one thing that you heard from today's podcast that spoke to you, that you resonated with? And if you have any friends or family members that you feel could benefit from Man on Fire Rising podcast, please, please, please turn them onto it, because together we all rise. All right, guys, here is to you rising with passion, with power, and a deep sense of purpose. It is your Man on Fire mentor, David Mailer, signing off. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll know the next episode has dropped.